Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Cerritos College, home of the 2019 Pangos All-American Camp. My name is Arthur Pooh. Alongside with me is Chris Walker. Top 30.
Let's go, baby. Yeah. Top 60 game was awesome. Guys played with some fire, and the red team started off slow, and then they got it going, but the blue team prevailed. But this top 30 game, we got some nice ones here, man. I can't wait to watch this one.
Yeah. Of course, both teams getting really hyped up. You see the red team over there, Isaiah Todd leading the charge.
I have to go over there and show them my dance moves.
Yeah. What was your favorite dance move, though?
Oh, man, we don't want to talk. I'm a little dated, so I don't want to talk about my old moves. I can move a little bit. Not like these dudes today, though, man. They can do some different stuff.
Well, yeah, we're about to get set for the top 30. So 30-minute halves. The red team versus the blue team.
It's going to be a nice one. Got some big-time talent. Big time.
Of course, all over the country here at Pangos All-American Camp. Some from the East Coast, some from the Midwest, some from the Deep South, and, of course, all out here in SoCal.
No question about it.
But who you got winning?
I don't know. I'm ready to watch Scottie Barnes do his thing. Josh Christopher, Michael PVK, Cunningham. Got a couple of my Texas boys there. Evan Mobley's injured. Man, I'm pissed I'm not going to get to see him, but they got, as we say on the streets, they got some dudes out here.
They got some great dudes out here.
Yes.
So regardless, we're still going to get a show.
No question.
Regardless, we're still going to get a show. And we are underway. The red team starting off the ball into the corner. Guarded by Christopher. That's Terrence Clarke. Terrence Clarke had a huge day earlier this morning. 3-ball, no good. Tracked down by Moses Moody.
Yeah, Moses Moody, I like his body. Good pass.
Great pass.
Good sign, though, being unselfish. Cause of travel, but that's good, though.
Here we go the other way. Soaring through the skies. Fouled on the way up, JT Thor.
These guys are so athletic. Again, we talked about it before, about the elevation of the game and just look at how long and athletic and fluid these guys are. The game is getting better and better. A guy like him would be playing center a long time ago.
Yeah.
And he could be on the wing playing the perimeter. It just changes the game.
So first 2 points on the board for the red team. Blue team looking to get on the board.
Floater.
Great shot by Zion Harmon.
From Kentucky. Where's he going to go to school?
Yeah, exactly right. But one of the shortest guys, the shortest guy on the roster on either team, and he's showing out. Here's
good time.
Lost the ball. That was Paolo Banchero. Banchero had a huge game, of course, and the other end, Harmon made a little floater shot and got the splash. But Banchero at the line.
Of course, Scottie Barnes, one of the most unselfish players in the country. Highly skilled. Cut his hair, though.
It's different.
A little different. It's weird looking at him. It's been a while, but
definitely got some high energy.
Oh, man, he's definitely a Magic Johnson type. Gets more excited about the assist than he does the scoring. So
kick out to Thor. Thor will try for 3.
Gave him the shimmy fake, but probably not a good place to shimmy from and shoot a 3.
It's a tough one. Here comes Barnes, the other Banchero.
Oh, didn't see that coming.
Man, get you a guy like Scottie Barnes to gas you up.
I know, but woo.
Great pass by Scottie Barnes. Silva. Silva, shooter.
Like I said before, shooter. Everybody knows when the shooter comes to the game. You better guard him. He's probably not going to dunk on you. You better get out there and guard him.
But wow, Scottie Barnes, though. And one right there.
As we say, man, that's a bad dude.
That's a bad man.
Dude. Plays a lot of energy, unselfish, throwback player.
Yeah. Kind of reminds me of Yeah, James Worthy kind of, length, but
score. Yeah, James Worthy. But he's a passer, man. He's a distributor. He makes everything go,
Yeah.
You mentioned about peanut butter and jelly. He's the bread.
He's the bread.
He puts everything together, what makes it taste good. So he's a big-time player. You need guys like him in winning programs.
Cisse, ooh. Man, these guys just keep putting on that dunk clinic.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they do. You better get used to it because the next level ain't none of that happening. the other guys on the team will be sitting on the bench if guys are dunking like this. So just so you know, it doesn't happen at the next level like
Silva,
that.
Whoa! Silva with a great pass.
Well,
out to Terrence Clarke. Tie ball game 9-all. Christopher pulls up, top three, no good.
Josh Christopher, another one. He's going to be big time. But look at that athleticism.
Yeah. Josh Christopher from local Mayfair led the team to the CIF state playoffs. Of course, won the Southern Section Championship in Division II.
His brother played at Cal, high-level player, won the Pac-12 championship.
It really runs in the family.
It definitely runs in the family. Another brother, Caleb, signed with Arizona State. But the youngest one is always the best one. The youngest one always ends up being the best one.
You got two older brothers to learn from.
Yeah, the youngest one always the best one. So.
But did you grow up with any siblings?
I did, but I was the oldest one. It didn't work that way. I was the best one.
Yeah, so you flipped the script.
I flipped the script, but usually the younger one is the more talented one, though.
Yeah, you weren't going to let your... Whoa! Hammer down.
Saw that coming.
Thank you, Jaden Hardy.
Isaiah Todd. Raleigh in the house.
That was a great pass. We've seen a lot so far on this red side. Issa Silva with an assist.
Yeah, they're playing together, passing the ball. And again, you got the top 30. Nice pass.
Daishen Nix. Vegas. A lot of Vegas kids coming out.
Daishen Nix is a player, though. Big-time player, top 25 player in the country. They got some, again, top 30 players. This game is loaded with a lot of talent.
Chanse Robinson the other way. Dalen Terry.
Ooh,
he splashed home.
Compton Magic in the house.
Of course, Dalen Terry, the nation's assist leader this past season.
Yeah, long and athletic.
Here's Daishen Nix. Kuminga. Up to Terry. Terry. Back to Kuminga.
New Yorker, say, I'm going to show you.
That was a tough shot. And Hardy with the rebound.
Another high-level player.
A lot of bobbled ball. And here we go the other way. Oh, there you go. Hammer down. Tari Eason.
Federal Way High School.
Federal Way got some really nice players. Of course, Jaden McDaniels.
Oh, big time. The McDaniels brothers.
Jaylen, of course, down in Southern California.
Yep.
And Jaden on his way
to the University of Washington. Play for the Dogs. Big brothers at San Diego State.
So staying on the West Coast.
Staying on the West Coast. Staying at the crib. You say, you know what? I'm out of here in 6 months anyway, so I might as well let my parents see me play. But I like when kids stay home. He's from Washington. Help Washington.
Yeah.
I got no issue with that.
We've got a few other guys over the past few years. Dennis Smith Jr. staying at home.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, man. Stay at home. Again, you're going to leave. Most likely it's going to be a one and done
home cooking, really. But when you were thinking about going to college, of course you were born and raised in Houston,
Texas, right,
and ended up going to Villanova.
Right.
What was was that one of the toughest decisions?
It was different because TV, these kids are so fortunate today. Just even streaming on Baller TV, we're not on national TV, but it might as well be to these guys the way they watch TV. They watch TV this way. They don't watch TV the conventional way. And even ESPN was in its infancy when I first started. Big Monday and all that stuff. We were the only ones on all of TV. So back then, to play in the Big East was a very, very, very big deal. So that was the allure for me to go play against Syracuse and Georgetown and Patrick Ewing and all those guys. That's why I did that. It wouldn't do it. Now, I wouldn't have made that same decision today. I would go to Texas or Texas A&M or Baylor because it's closer to home because you're on TV just like everybody else. But it wasn't like that back in the day. So, and there wasn't streaming services or it was just very, technology changes life, man. It's the bottom line. Hey, when was the last time you ever walked up to a television and pushed the button to turn it on? When they break the remote, everything changes,
That's
so
true.
that's how life is.
Yeah. And we definitely take that for granted, too.
Oh, my God. Uber.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that you order a car on your phone.
Oh, my God. This is crazy.
Wow. Davis nearly hit that shot. Circuit shot. It's 21-11 the score. 21, just under 21 minutes left to go here in this first half.
Shows you the popularity of this camp and how it stood the test of time. I'm looking at this roster. You got Kentucky, you got Los Angeles, of course, you got Nevada, Florida, New York, New Jersey, North Carolina, Washington, Texas, kids from everywhere, Utah.
Everywhere.
I mean, it's everywhere, and we're talking about high-level guys. And you want them to work hard. We talked earlier about the NBA coaches being here. There's only 30 guys getting drafted in the first round.
Yeah.
And this is just one camp of 100 camps that are going on. And we're not even talking about the world because basketball is global. It's very difficult to get where these kids want to get to. They really have to do it.
Yeah, and we briefly mentioned earlier, too. We even saw Canada in the house, too.
Yeah, Canada in the house. And, again, just players from everywhere. And
I mean, even looking at the NBA Finals with Canada basketball.
That's right.
Repping with
Van
Toronto.
Fleet from Canada. And Steph, I can name where all the guys are coming from. But, the bottom line is that you have to be really good. And more importantly, you got to be a little lucky because there's so many guys that have talent. Mm-hmm. There's not a shortage of talent at this camp. And, I heard Dino speaking earlier about the number one thing that separates a lot of these kids when they have talent is their attitudes. You have to have a great attitude and work ethic. And when you go to the NBA, you're not necessarily going to be LeBron. So you have to learn to sit, watch, and come to practice on time and put time in, working on your game before you actually get a chance to be one of those guys. And a lot of these kids don't have that. They don't have that patience.
Ball will stay right here with the red team.
Wait to see Cade Cunningham, number 60, go off. Big-time player from Dallas, playing down at Mount Bird.
Was Dallas a huge basketball city?
Huge basketball. I used to get fights all the time with the Dallas guys about who has more pros, Houston or Dallas. They kind of got us right now, but we got to make a comeback soon. Nice move.
I mean, looking at a lot of these players right now, they got a lot of height.
Yeah.
Most of these kids are at, 6'6" or taller.
Yeah.
Handle the ball like a guard, shoot the
I
ball
love
like
it.
a guard.
I love it. I mean, it's just changed the game. And, I would tell people, there's no such thing as a 5'6" quarterback in the NFL. You got to be tall. Now, obviously, some guys aren't. You get a guy like Doug Flutie back in the day, Russell Wilson now. The quarterback for the Saints, his name skips my head right now. Drew Brees. But most of those guys are 6'5" and bigger. In college, in basketball, unfortunately, because so many small kids play it, they think it's reality. But you got a guy like Scottie Barnes who's 6'8", 6'9", hailing a rock. Makes being smaller obsolete. It's a very scary sight.
Goes up with that.
Very scary sight. A guy like LeBron plays point forward. So a guy like Russell Westbrook, who's 6'4", a triple-double machine, playing point guard. Yeah. So they're rendering the smaller guys obsolete. So if you're really small and you get to the league, you're an unbelievable player. Yeah. Unbelievable player. And to get there, you have to be unbelievable. Yeah. So my next bit of advice is go play soccer or golf.
I wish I got that advice way earlier, man. But, I mean, we've seen so many transcendent players, just making their stamp on the game, of course.
Yeah.
Like you mentioned earlier, Magic Johnson.
Yes.
6'9" guard.
Yeah.
He was kind of the first guy to really be able to handle. I mean, there was also other guys like Wes Unseld,
Yeah, back in the day.
Under size center.
Yeah.
But he was shooting.
Yeah, definitely. Different game, though. Wes Unseld, I don't even want to be disrespectful, but they'd be patty caking this ball over the rim every day. It was just a different era. And Penny Hardaway came because we had Magic.
Yeah.
Penny was, that was the guy that Penny patterned his game after. There will never be anybody like Shaq. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
ever be anybody like Shaq.
Another freak of nature.
But the game has changed because now Shaq would have to go out and guard ball screens, and it'd be hard for him to play against the Warriors.
Shoot threes, too.
Yeah, the Shaq be shooting threes. That sounds how crazy it sounds.
That's kind of interesting, yeah.
That's how the game has evolved, though. Like I said, in baseball, they don't steal bases anymore.
Yeah.
They don't steal bases. They're trying to hit home runs, so the game is evolving. I mean, it's just better players, are longer, and I think, oh, wow, missed that one. Come up a little short by Sissoko, I'm sorry. Kay Cunningham's going to be a big-time guy. He's one of those guys I can see doing the same thing R.J. Hampton did, just not going to college and just going, playing overseas, getting that his brother played basketball at a high level. But if kids want that college experience, that'll go. We saw what happened with Kansas. Quentin Grimes came out, thought he was going to be a one-and-done guy. Didn't work out. Just made a smart decision, in his eyes, I'm sure, and in his family, of coming back. And then now he wants to transfer from Kansas. I mean, it's just, you just don't never know how things can go. And some of these kids like, man, I'm better off going to overseas and making some money than playing in college. So it depends on the individual person,
Lob to Cunningham. Little bobbled around and a quick substitution. 15 minutes left to go in this first half. Again, thank you guys for tuning into Baller TV for the 2019 edition of Pangos All-American Camp. And yeah, this is the finale. To end the weekend. Top 30, cream of the crop.
Yeah, down to the nitty-gritty is what people came to see.
A lot of great talent again.
A lot of great talent. Got future pros in here.
Yeah.
One thing I can definitely say in this game, there's a couple of future pros in both games, but more importantly, definitely in this game, we'll have some guys who'll be playing for pay one day, as we say, in the league with 3 letters, not the league with 4 letters.
Yeah. Definitely the next stars of tomorrow.
Josh Christopher, big, strong guard.
Yeah.
What color of shoes he wearing? Shoes are sweet.
The Fear of Gods. Very neon orange colorway. Very different.
I like them, though.
Yeah.
I couldn't pull them off, but I like them, though. Nice.
Terrence Clarke making that one. So they take the 1-point lead. The red team lead by 1.
Oh, nice move. Gotta make it.
In the corner, Josh Christopher for 3.
Bucket getter. That's what I call. He's a bucket getter. He's a walking bucket. That's what he is.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he's a walking bucket. He knows how to put the ball in the basket.
Of course, led, again, his team, Mayfair.
Big fella.
JT North.
Southpaw.
Making it look easy for a big man.
Yeah, he is. I like his smooth.
Both teams
They started picking up.
Yeah, both teams trading buckets right now. They're just shooting. Shooters.
I say, man. Jay Wright from Villanova says, shoot him up or sleep in the streets. Spin cycle. Oh, good time.
Now, of course, you coached in college. Did you also coach in high school?
Never coached high school. Did coach summer basketball on the Adidas circuit and the Under Armour circuit. So I have a passion for at this level. And I think sometimes people are this level is underappreciated. And the guys that work hard at it are summer coaches and guys like Dinos who put stuff like this together. Even Baller TV, Baller TV when it started and where it is now. I mean, it helps kids get exposure. Oh,
hello!
Great pass.
Issa Silva putting on an assist clinic.
Back at you! Oh, come on, Josh, you got to finish that.
That was a really tough pass.
No, he was up high. Oh no, not again. He's almost had a trifecta of alley oops, but. Again, I was saying before, I think guys are underappreciated, and they do a lot of good work, and and develop these kids. They put a lot of man hours in, and sometimes it's thankless, and parents always want, the result to end up in the NBA. But every time you buy a lottery ticket, you don't get mad when you don't win.
Exactly.
So
you kind of know that.
And you keep buying lottery tickets, and you keep buying them
because you want the
excitement. Yeah. And so a lot of these, the benefit, the most important thing is that these kids put themselves in a situation where they get free education and they don't have to pay for college. And that would be the best thing. That's not the worst thing that will come in, Oh, great time.
Mr. Robinson.
Great pass. Zion Harmon, surprised he's not committed to UK yet. They need to jump on him. He's nice.
Here comes Christopher the other way.
No, I was about to say he makes that. Wow.
That was a tough one. Terrence Clarke going behind the back. Issa Silva.
Yeah, we know that's going in. We know that's going in. Silva bells.
Here comes Christopher the other way. 38-36 a score. A blue team over the red team. Here comes Silva.
Oh, great pass.
Pass.
I like Silva. A kid like him who can shoot. He's thrown a couple of nice dimes.
Silva
said, "You better read me the right way." Silva says, "You better read me the right way, man. I belong in this game."
Issa Silva,
nice.
2021 class. The Harmon.
Put the number 1 up to the sky, man. I love him. He's got some game.
These guards are showing up, that's for sure.
Top 30 game, man. We're not exactly. Game. We've not been disappointed thus far.
Yes, sir. So a big group substitution coming up for both teams. Clearing the benches. 41-38, 10:30 left to go here in this first half. Of course, we've got another half of basketball coming up after this. But we're about midway through the first half.
Yeah,
this top 30 game. What are some of your rapid reactions?
Again, I love the athleticism. I love the length. The guys are playing with passion, so it's not where they're just running up and down. And obviously, there's some dunks. But as we saw the last game, they started picking it up, and they were a little bit less of the dunking, and guys started competing. So I expect nothing different in this game.
So 41-40 after that free throw. Now we've reached the under 10-minute mark.
I think it's great that they changed a rule that allowed NBA personnel to come watch these kids, so the kids can get a little bit better feel of, or the NBA can get a better feel of what these guys are. Because for years they were forbidden to come, so I think it adds to the validity of the camp, and I think it makes the kids try harder and play harder.
Yeah, especially when you're an NBA guy, these guys might be, again, the future of the league.
Yeah.
When you get to see them grow.
See them earlier, see their attitudes, maybe give them some feedback, things they need to work on and get better at. I think smart on their end. But again, they're going to change the rule in a couple years. Dalen Terry right in front of us. They changed the rule in 2022. Some of these kids are going to be, maybe in that class that never have to go to college. So gives them a chance to get a head start.
Hoggard throwing it down right there. Hoggard from Huntington Prep in West Virginia. And here we go, Hardy the other way. Hardy, kick out, three-pointer, no good by Todd, and here comes Nix away. Ooh. Nix showing that hash and lay it up. Dalen Terry, soft dunk.
It's called day 3 hops. That's what they are. Daily with the day 3 hops.
But talk about the handles with Nix, though. He's slicing and dicing.
Man, Las Vegas on fire, man. You got Julian Strother. You got him. I mean, they got some guys.
Performing kids.
You got Jaden Hardy. I mean, Nevada's on fire as far as basketball right now. I think Dalen Terry said, "I'm just not an assist guy." Yeah, I'm just not an assist guy. I got a J too. Yeah. I got a J too. If you talk to Dalen's mom, she'll be the one to tell you I taught him that.
Now, of course, because you're known as a shooter, when you made a three-pointer, did you have like a little jog bag?
Man, if I did that, my coach would sub me so quick. Say, sit down. What do you think this is? Different game, different era, more showtime. They have more swagger, more fun, more personality with the hair, personality with the shoes. And that's what kids do. We had more personality in the era before us, so it's all fun and games. Nice move. Oh, my God. With the left southpaw.
Got his defender to hit the deck.
They about to start getting fired up in a minute. Jaden Hardy is a man. Carl got him a little too hyped.
A little too hyped. So 48-44, 7 minutes left to go here in this one. It's been a close one all throughout.
Dalen Terry said no, sir.
Trying to make up for that.
Yeah, guys on the bench trying to hype him up. Dalen Terry say, no, sir. Not today.
Now, of course, we see a lot of the top 30 kids out here. Who's some of your favorite high school players to watch?
Again, I like Scottie Barnes. He's one of my favorite guys. Hardy is another guy. I mean, I have so many. I hate to mention guys. Even like a guy like Dalen Terry who loves to pass the basketball like such, right on cue, making me look good. But I also can appreciate a guy like Isa Silva. I mean, Isa Silva. I mean, can shoot it, is skilled, kind of like a J.J. Redick type player with a little bit more feel. I mean, I just like guys that can really play the game the right way. Those are the kind of guys I'm in love with.
Terry with a great ball fake right there.
Yeah, Dalen Terry, he's a complete package. He's going to help whatever school he goes to. They're going to love him to death. Great attitude.
Got some great ones right there. And they might be picking up Dior.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
The rich get richer, as they say.
Of course, Kyree Walker.
Facial.
There you go, Diabate. Moussa Diabate, first night, had a buzzer-beating half-court game-winning shot.
Wow.
To send his team home with a win.
I like that.
With 1 second left, he threw that.
Hey, if there's time on the clock,
crazy.
man, you got to keep playing.
Yeah,
you got to play till it go to 0.
Yeah. Tie ball game, he was like, all right, I'm going to throw it up. Got it to go. 73-70 win.
I like that. I like ending like that.
Have you ever made a half-court shot in the game?
I've never made a half-court shot. That's one thing I can say all of my career. Never made a half-court shot. Man. Another guy going left. I'm telling you, it must be the scouting report. Make him go left. Make him go left. These guys are finishing, though.
And they're like,
they play a little defense.
Oh! Flight deck up on Ian Martinez, turning it up.
On to Utah. They call him the running Ute. They have to call him the flying Ute. Oh, good move. Spin cycle.
Just some laundry right there. Spin cycle, rinse, repeat.
They run Sharpe. North Carolina. Uh-oh, got him.
Barnes, tough shot. Stayed pretty composed with it.
It's funny, exactly. But he's a funny thing. He went left and tried to come back with the right. That's why he got fouled. All the other guys that we've watched before this have gone with the left, so they can't block it. But I'm not going to question Mr. Barnes. He's one of the best in the country. One thing's for sure, that dude on the line right there, he's going to be playing for pay one day. That we don't have to debate about.
Yeah. Just got to make those free throws.
It's got to make the free throws and got to become a better shooter. But definitely the talent is there.
The court vision, the talent.
Oh, no question. It's not even. All of it's there. And you know what he has that a lot of kids can learn from? He has a fire and a passion, and he's a competitor, and I love that about him. He's my favorite player, period.
Got a lot of energy, that's for sure.
We need that, man. You're playing a kids game, should be having fun playing it, and he's one of those kids that he's always has energy out there. Another one of my favorite players that missed a shot is Josh Christopher. He's just an absolute beast and an animal when he's on the court, competitive-wise.
Great ball movement right there. Cade Cunningham.
Cade can't buy one.
Right there, but great ball movement to get Cunningham a good look.
So much talent, again. But imagine, Kentucky and Duke, they always have the number 1, number 2 recruiting class. Now Memphis actually surpassed them. But they got a bunch of dudes like this playing at one time. I mean, so it's hard to, imagine how anybody ever beats these guys. But college basketball is different than the pros, and it's different than high school, Very different animal. Dynamics are very different. Teamwork, it's not an individual deal. It's, younger teams usually struggle to win. So that's why a lot of your older teams are the teams that win, a la Villanovas and so forth. When they get to the Final Four, they're usually older teams because these kids, maturity-wise, they aren't ready to deal with that schedule of college and the rigorous of it.
Cade Cunningham, smooth with it. Gets the and one. But it's good that you mentioned Memphis.
Yeah, man.
Especially with their recruiting class. They just picked up Boogie Ellis.
Yep.
Who
They've done a tremendous job.
Recommitted from Duke. But what college team are you excited to watch next season?
Well, first, let's get something straight. I'm a Villanova Wildcat, so I'm always going to be excited to watch my alma mater. But again, Memphis is one that, that it's going to be very interesting. Kentucky and Duke are always ones that have all the players. You want to see where they end up. But interestingly enough, they haven't won the championship. And as much as Calipari has done, and he's done an unbelievable job, they've only won one championship since he's been there, And it's tough to win it all, even though you have all the talent in the world. In the NCAA tournament, it's one and done. You lose and you're done. And a lot of these teams are a lot older than these teams that have all the McDonald's All-Americans, because they got 1 foot in, 1 foot out, where the other kids are more bought in. It's more of a destination and not a stopover for them. So that's what some of these kids will have to face. And of course, they all think they're one and done.
Yeah.
And they're not. Not even close. Not even close. But they'll find out very quickly. You can look like them, but you're not one of them. You can watch the game and be like, I'm as tall as them, but no, bro. You're not one of them.
So about final minute left of this first half, of course. Been a great one so far, 58-51 the score. But I think for another school, maybe even on the West Coast out here, USC is going to be looking good too.
Man, they got the Mobley brothers. Well, one of them's now, and they've typically done a good job. Yeah, they've done a tremendous job of those Compton Magic guys, man. They're coming over there and trying to blow them up.
Clark throwing it up to Kyree Walker, and Walker lays it up.
Kyree don't have boosters like that.
College basketball is going to be great.
Elevator. He went to the 10th floor. The defender went to the 9th. That's a problem.
Terrence Clarke the other way. Final 15 seconds left. Here comes Christopher. Guarded by Clarke.
No, he did not. No, he did not. He did not throw it between the legs. Come on, Josh. You can't be doing guys like that.
Josh Christopher putting on a show. Back-to-back positions. Clarke blocked. And that will be how the first half ends. 64-55. The score.
That wasn't right between the legs. That was not right, but great way to end the half.
But we'll be right back with more live action here on Baller TV from the Pangos All-American Camp 2019. Stay tuned.
Yo, I'm looking right at you, man. What you doing? Turn around. Turn around, big boy. Turn around. Look at the game. I got a white jacket on. Look at big boy. That's good. Nah. Let's go watch the game some more. Tonight? Where you going? Let's watch the game somewhere, though. All right, let me finish doing it. I'm doing this TV right now. Let me finish doing Baller TV. Thanks for it after. All right.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to 2019 Pangos All-American Camp live from Cerritos College in Norwalk, California. Beautiful Los Angeles on a Sunday afternoon. I'm Arthur Pugh, got Chris Walker alongside with me. 64-55 score of after one. About to get started with the second half. But Chris, thoughts on the first half?
A great way to start it right there. Zion Harmon quickly become one of my favorite players. I'm a fan of the little guys. I like the tall ones, but he is stacked. Got some game. But right back at you, Peavy from Texas. His dad was a really good player. High school coach at Duncanville.
Of course, Duncanville got a lot of talent out there too.
Oh yeah,
especially that field house. That field house is huge.
Yeah, they got about 20 gyms at one high school.
Yeah.
Tell the big fella, he's not getting that from him. He's built like a little running back or one little scat backs, little Julian Edelman type player. He is fast. He's put together.
He's got
cut up,
quick feet.
Fast, can score it. Really good player.
Meanwhile, we got Issa Silva.
Yeah, Silva knows.
Way downtown.
He can make it, though.
Yeah, he can make that. Signed with the Compton Magic to play with them this summer. He's been putting on a show. From Northern California, coming down to Southern California, Jesuit High School.
Yeah, Compton Magic always got some guys, that's for sure. About 11 guys in the NBA. Ato Buda does a great job. PV came out of nowhere. I didn't see that coming.
So PV got 4 quick points to start.
Hardy with the helper. I didn't see that coming.
It was a great pass by Hardy. And here comes Nix the other way. Nix tried to go behind the back, but turnover. Here comes PV the other way.
No,
Silva.
give me a dunk. Give me a dunk.
Throws it behind.
Oh.
And still gets the dunk.
Yeah, not the way he drew it up, but still got the same result.
He got eyes on the back of his head.
These kids are so they're so effortless in their creativity.
Make things look so
yeah,
easy.
it's just things just weren't done. That's what I'm saying. Like, this wasn't even the way to play basketball. You know, as kids get older and they're just changing the way we see it, they're going to move the college line back. I'm sure they're going to have the 4-point shot one day.
Yeah.
The game is just different. They got to keep it making it entertaining. NBA to me is the most popular game in this country. The NFL is unbelievable, but as far as like fan involvement, NFL I don't think really competes with the NBA.
Oh,
give me that though.
But like you mentioned, the basketball just continues to grow. You know, especially with such a global impact. You know, you got players from the Philippines playing.
Oh yeah, everybody.
Of course, a lot of European
China.
players.
I was in China this year in Shanghai. I mean, they love basketball.
Great basketball market
I saw Klay Thompson's shoe. I'm like, hey, Klay, no one wearing it over here, but over the U.S., but in China, they wearing that thing, boy.
They rocking that.
They rocking that bad boy.
PB hot, except for that one right there. Wish he could take that one back.
Yeah,
69-63, 27 minutes left to go in this.
He won't shoot too many of those, that's for sure. Another guy like Moody, he's long, got great shoulders. Right on cue. See, I know the good ones. Right on cue. I'll talk about Moody, comes down, knocks down a 3-point shot. He's nice.
He heard you.
He did hear me. Yeah. As I said before, there are definitely a couple of kids, and I say a couple, and I don't want to piss any parents off, a couple of guys that will be playing at the next level for sure, but there's not enough room for all of them. You know, and even though there's 100 kids here, there's some other kids here that are good enough to be here. You know, they don't come because of whatever. They don't want to come. They're busy or whatever. Or by class. This is not done by class. It's 20 and 21. So you think about all the players in the 20 class, they're not here. So it's a lot of competition. But this is a snapshot of what an NBA-type camp would look like. If you can't compete against these guys, you have a hard time, you know, saying that you're going to make it to that level. You're kidding yourself.
But we talk about basketball as a growing sport. Do you think there will be an NBA team in Europe or China?
Yes. It depends. I do believe that there will be a European league.
Great pass.
Oh, that was a heck of a pass.
That was a
heck of a pass. Right behind the back. I'm of the mind that at some point, if they could. Oh, Terry, I say I'm not just a dunker. I got that 3-ball too.
Got a little step back.
Exactly.
Right.
Get some. High level, top 10 in the country. But my thing is, at some point, if the NBA had its druthers, they would have an NBA Europe, where that European team plays the American team for the championship.
Whoa! He tried to hammer that one down. But an NBA Euro League.
Yeah, and plays the American team for the championship. Then that becomes, see, the thing is, and I'm not saying that it shouldn't be this way, we call the NBA champions the world champions. Well, they don't play against the world.
Yeah.
But we have a lot of play, and they've been calling the world champion forever. But there's a lot of teams, players from all over the world that play in the NBA. But wouldn't it be great if you were actually the world champion, like in soccer?
Olympics.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it would be like in soccer where you actually really are the world champion.
Yeah.
You know, you're not the world champion because a lot of kids play in the NBA,
it's like
but
unofficial.
Yeah.
This is probably as close as
they do the same. They do the same thing in baseball. We call them the world champions. I'm like, you don't play against the world though.
Yeah, I would love to see a Japanese team go up against
that would be
American
great.
team. Yeah, I mean we've seen that.
And they do that. Yeah, and they do that.
But seeing that for the championship.
Oh, that would be like they would make basketball on a level that's crazy. you think about it, you got the NFL teams going over playing during the season. Basketball players, I don't know if they would even do that or entertain that because they have basketball over in Europe already.
Yeah.
You know,
They've done a few London games out there, a few, I think, Mexico City games. But
that's how the sport grows, and that makes it more popular. More people want to play it. I mean, think about it. Is there a Mexican player in the NBA right now? Think about it. That's why they want to play games in Mexico. So it's just a matter of
like one or two.
But again, when kids, if they see Eduardo Nahara, who used to play at Oklahoma, they're like, oh wow, that's achievable for me. Or Jeremy Lin, that's achievable for me. But there's a lot of kids that want to play basketball in China. Trust me. And obviously Yao Ming did his part of making it very popular for sure.
Of course, you also have the Dirk Nowitzki's, from Germany.
Germany, that's
Kristaps
right.
Porzingis right now.
That's right.
Doncic.
Exactly.
Of course, both of them are on Dallas, too.
And the interesting point is none of those kids are here. So these kids don't even realize that there's competition here that they don't even see that's playing overseas. That's how it makes it even more harder to make it to the NBA. So that's why you got to always work on your skills, man. You got to keep working. It's great to have a nice dunk in there, but that ain't what the game's about. Because you're going to watch the NBA today and tell me how many dunks you see. Not very many.
That's true.
Nice.
Smooth with that.
Yeah, he's really smooth. Got to work on his body, though. Get lean. Again, but a lot of these kids, when they get to college, Dalen Terry needs to gain weight. Like, you'll get all that when you get to college.
You
get the next level.
If you get to the NBA.
Exactly. Strength training, very few Durants that can be super skinny, but he's 7 foot, has an elite skill level like no other. But a lot of these, most of these kids got to get strength conditioning coaches, work on your game, because when you get to college, you're going to be playing against guys that are just as good as you are, and when you get to the pros, you're going to be playing against guys that are better than you are.
So 84-69 is the score. Just under 22 minutes left in the second half. Hoggard to the line for two.
I really like the shoe game. The shoe game is on point.
Really on point. A lot of different colors. Of course, you got the KD12s over there.
That's what those are, the KD12s, huh? Sweet.
The latest KD12s, yeah. And then, of course, some Kobe's, some Adidas's. Martinez splashes at home. Dapping them up.
It's amazing how you got Steph Curry, who's probably one of the best players in the world. You never see people wearing Under Armour. Like, where's Steph Curry's at? I mean, it's just, I wasn't killing him. I'm just like, the guy's the best player right now. Is probably the best player. That's actually Kawhi's pretty good. But guess what Kawhi wears? New Balance.
And you got Klay Thompson.
Exactly.
I can't even name the brand.
I forgot the name of it, but I'd be like, those are the three top players that are playing right now, and none of them are wearing Nike and Adidas. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is so crazy.
Yeah, we've definitely seen a lot of Under Armour Steph Curry shoes amongst the even younger generation.
And that goes to show and that's what Steph Curry is. But these guys are younger generation guys, and a lot of them, how many guys you see that look like Steph Curry playing? I don't even see any guys that are modeled like him even playing in these two games.
Yeah.
It's more athleticism, bigger guys,
Great pass, bounce pass.
I think he took about 4 steps there. Of course, the refs aren't going to call it.
Solid enough.
You're right.
And it's Sissoko the other way. Diabate. He hammers one down. 20 minutes left to go here in the second half. 91-73. Blue team up on top. Of course, the top 30 cream of the crop game. The big finale here at Pangos All-American Camp.
Never hurts, never disappoints. Looking in the stands, you see Shaq's son here playing at UCLA. I saw Stanley Johnson here. Nice hook. You don't see that move anymore.
You don't see that move.
You don't see it anymore over there. Don't see it.
See a running hook maybe every now and then, but
exactly.
more so a floater motion.
Exactly.
But guys like Kyle Kuzma,
yeah, definitely.
Trying to bring those back. Really a simple post up. Wide open, two-hand jam, Dayron Sharpe.
Don't you get jealous of big fellas just dunking with ease like that? That's just what you one time.
Power too.
Yeah, just one time you can get up there and slam it like that.
Hanging on to the rim.
Man, look at just split him right there and drops a dime. Couldn't finish, but nice move.
Here comes Clark the other way.
Oh,
Clark shifty with it.
Just agile and quick. Change of direction.
Oh, Christopher with the pass, but couldn't handle that one was Lance Ware.
Almost got it with the left.
Got him, yeah.
Almost
Everybody hitting at the left.
Yeah, right, the left. Like Beyonce says, to the left, to the left.
I mean, they're in the box to the left, right? So.
Oh, step back.
Jaden Hardy dancing and find his rhythm on that one.
But of course, out here in LA, huge weekend. Of course, not only with Pangos All-American Camp, but Venice Ball starting up again, the Drew League starting up again.
Yeah.
Did you play in any of those those leagues?
I didn't. Well, by the time I was coaching when I came out here, so I had a real job, so I couldn't. I wasn't a hooper anymore. I had to pay some bills. Oh, great dime. Josh made a couple of nice passes. No one's been able to finish it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, look at his legs. He just got so much power.
It's a lot of power. I remember when I first saw him, like, this was maybe 2 years ago. Very skinny kid, but he's definitely worked on his body a lot, and it's worked so many dividends. Being able to play nearly the whole game.
Yeah, he's college. Some kids' bodies aren't college ready. He's college ready right now with that body. People don't understand the importance of physicality. Like those kids when you go to college, when you get there, you're 17, 18 years old. You're playing against some guys that are 24 and 25 years old that have redshirted, transferred, been in strength programs before. It doesn't matter how good you are. You're playing against a grown man. So, and if you put 4 of those guys out there, you're playing against 4 guys that are 25, it's pretty tough for a kid who's 17 years old. No matter how good you are coming out of high school.
Definitely getting that advantage.
Oh, man, that's physicality. It's a big deal.
It goes far.
It's not like boxing where you're playing so weight, so it's a deal where he has to weigh the same as you. You know what I mean? It doesn't work that way in sports. Oh, good block.
At the top.
Fly swatter.
It's like not super
smooth. Super smooth, Cade Cunningham.
With a travel, they call it.
Can't do that.
Got a little too excited. Saw the lane. He's like, all right, I'm going to go. 91-79, the score. Halfway mark of the second half. Ware nearly lost it. Ware drive baseline, two-hand jam.
From Camden, home of Milt Wagner and Worldwide West. Man.
He drove baseline for that one.
And they got kids from everywhere, man. This is so exciting. As a basketball enthusiast, I love that. I love that, too.
Deep shot. These kids got the confidence. They just pull up from anywhere.
I'm telling you, man, so many good players.
NBA range right there.
Definitely NBA range. So many good players. You wonder which one of these kids will have the opportunity to play at that level one day. Oh, man. Paolo Banchero, he's got some bounce. He's got a lot of power, a lot of spring.
Clark shifting gears.
Yeah, Sunday. Bank's open, though.
Yeah, bank's open. Even it's a Sunday.
Yeah.
Whips a pass down low.
See what you got. What you got?
Okay, Nottingham. Oh, not in my house, you said. Ware was like, no.
No doubt.
A big group substitution for both teams. 95-84 the score. Of course, a lot of media on hand.
Lots of media, yeah.
Photographers, videographers.
So cool, man. And like I said before, look at all the guys on the baseline. It was not like this years ago. And with television, like Baller TV right now, streaming, as I said before, the way kids watch TV, Baller TV, they're right on top of it, and they're obviously very popular with these kids in this age demographic, and it's just only going to grow from here.
Especially, it doesn't matter if you're an adult, parent, It's also great, especially for these kids. You know,
Yeah.
watch game film, break it down. You know, this is an all-star game, but you know, I'm sure most of these kids can still.
Oh, trust me, they're all gonna watch this game. One thing for sure.
When we're on the mic too.
Yeah, no doubt. But one thing about they all love watching themselves.
Walker's on the mic.
I don't know about that, but
I gotta tune in.
but they love watching themselves, and parents, obviously, you know, they're proud parents. They love watching their kids, and we're just providing another vehicle, another avenue, not only to get more popularity or get more followers, shall we say, but, you know, it's just where the world's going. Nice move there. A little hesitation again.
Gets it back to single digits.
Got to shout out my Texas boys, and they do well.
Now, of course, Texas is a huge barbecue town.
Oh, man. Oh, definitely.
What's your favorite thing to get when you go back home?
Oh, man, you got to get them ribs and chicken, man. You know? You got to get the ribs and chicken. That's where you got to do it. Oh, yes, you're right. My brother thinks he's a professional barbecuer, but everybody there can barbecue. It's like crazy, you know?
You know how to barbecue yourself?
I mean, I can throw a couple of links on. I don't know if I can do that, you know, and put the knife, you know, put the fork in there.
I'm gonna eat the food.
Yeah, man, you know, there's cookers. There's cookers and there are eaters, man. You know what I mean? I'm on the eat side, you know, so haven't perfected that skill yet. But yes, you are correct when you say there's a lot of professional barbecuers. If you ask them in their own mind, legends in their own mind for sure.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite specific place back out in Houston, or
you got to go to Papados, man. Anybody in Texas, anybody that's been to any of the major events, always know you got to go to Papados. You got to go. That's the spot to go to. Cajun, you know, we can say seafood, but they have everything there. But anybody's down there running the event, I'm not putting on I'm not doing a spot for Papados. I'm just saying that's where everyone goes. So
yeah. Now, of course, the age-old hamburger debate. You're out here in SoCal. So there's In-N-Out out here.
Now you gotta say it.
But then there's also Whataburger.
Oh man, that's not even close, man. Whataburger, that's not even close. That's not even good.
Okay.
Whataburger's not even close, man. People kill me with this In-N-Out thing. That's not even close. They give you little quarter-sized hamburgers, man. Whataburger, you get the big, juicy, double meat with cheese. Put your veggies on there. It's a wrap. It's not even close. I don't want all that. I want to make sure I get out of this town alive today, but I'm just saying, In-N-Out, please give me a break.
So definitely, Chris Walker, not only a basketball analyst, but he's also a foodie.
Well, I mean, I know a little bit about that part at least. I can get you straight on that, but you know, as I've gotten a job and been able to work in my life, I've elevated myself beyond In-N-Out and Whataburger. But every once in a while, you know, you're gonna have a little fun. But you know, I have driven since I've been here, and I see that In-N-Out sign everywhere I go.
I mean, there's literally one down the street.
Is it really? Yeah. Oh, boy, he's long. Gotta put that one down, big fella.
Moussa Sissy.
Christ the King.
Hey,
Middle Village. I've been there a few times. So many kids, man. So many kids with long athleticism, talent. They get an opportunity to display their skills. You know what? The other thing that streaming does, and also, you know, give kids a chance to dream to be a part of this in years to come. And there's little 8th graders watching this, little 3rd graders say, I want to go to Pangos, I want to be on Baller TV.
Yeah.
That's another thing that this telecast is good for.
Which really gives, all the players, no matter what level, you know, it's like, okay, who's coming up?
Exactly. It's always coming. We call it fast followers. Yeah. There's always going to be someone coming. Like, it's never going to end, and this thing is going to get bigger and bigger as time goes on.
Exactly. Dalen Terry. Harmon, back to Terry, trying to go up. But a foul on Silva. Silva can't believe that.
Jaylen Clark trying to dunk on his Compton Magic teammate.
Yeah. Take no prisoners.
Silva says, bro, you're not doing that to me.
It's like, nope.
No, not here.
10-minute subs.
10 minutes left in this half. The blue team hitting the century mark, 100-88. Again, thank you guys for tuning in to Baller TV, live from the 2019 Pangos All-American Camp. Alongside with me, Chris Walker.
Here chilling.
The man, the myth, the legend.
It's funny, I get to do games on CBS, and you get to see so many so many different levels. There's high level college basketball, and I don't like to say low level, but there's mid majors. But I'm telling you right now, there are a lot of guys that I'm gonna get used to watching, and I can start seeing them now. When they get to the next level, I can say I remember when he was at this camp, and it's fun to be sitting over here to get to see him at this age.
Especially with so many, even the youngest ones out here, just in 8th grade,
Yeah,
going into 9th grade. Mikey Williams was among one of them.
They all started there. They all
Standouts.
Yeah, and people talk a lot of nonsense about summer basketball and AAU. LeBron played AAU. Kobe played AAU. Kevin Garnett played AAU. AAU's not going anywhere.
Yeah, it's always going to be here.
It's always going to be here, whether you let college coaches come see it or not. There's no college coaches here today, but there's Baller TV, there's NBA scouts, there's scouting service, high-level scouting service guys. So it's not going anywhere. The best thing to do is try to enhance it and not take away from it.
Just because it's such a great.
Oh, man, it's cool. Again, these kids are out here competing. It's an all-star game, and they're still out there playing. There's not like an amazing amount of selfishness out there. They're playing and enjoying themselves. That's why I like when those kids actually know each other. That dunk right there, man. Almost put his elbow in the rim.
They going up high, slamming it down hard.
It shows that they love the game. As long as people keep loving the game, it's going to be fine.
I mean, look at how many people are in here right now.
Yeah.
Media members, family members, coaches, scouts.
Hey, people want to see.
We all love the game. Even for us out here,
Yeah, we get a good chance. We got great seats. I mean, no disrespect to you. I love to have Wood in Toronto right now, sitting on the Wood with Drake. But I'm hanging with you. It's all good though. But at the end of the day, you're getting a glimpse of who could be the next guy right now. I don't know. It could be one of these kids.
He says he fires in and out heartbreak. His own man tipped him out of the end.
Oh, nice play by Todd.
Kyree Walker in the corner, 3-pointer off the mark. Diabate with the rebound to Martinez.
Diabate, as he got range, looked like it slipped out of his hand.
Moody's long. So long.
Red just standing around.
Got Scottie Barnes and Moody on the same high school. I think Scottie didn't play for. I thought Scottie played for on the same high school team as him, but Scottie's at university school. I was going to say that's not fair. Looks like they're getting a little tired. They need a sub.
A little gassed up. Quick substitution.
It's been entertaining. Both games have been, pretty entertaining. You never expect all-star games to be as competitive as these two games have been, but for the most part, especially after the third day of camp, I think those guys are taking it pretty seriously.
Of course, just a great weekend to be out here. Of course, a lot of other games going on. But, this weekend, major shout out to Dinos Dragonis and his staff.
Man, great job.
On a great event every year.
Very well ran, yeah.
Bringing in some of the top guys around the country and even in other countries. And then bring them all to one spot. That's not an easy thing to do.
It's not. Merchandise game is on point. You make nice unis, nice hoodies. I got to get a free one, though.
I know. I need some of those
expensive.
songs. I'm looking at this Ball is Life.
I'm like, damn, can you throw a brother a hookup? Can I get a discount from, post Memorial Day weekend hookup?
Post Memorial Day sale,
I know, right?
Yeah.
Jeez.
We talk about, all the swag,
He's taking my lunch money, man, and buy a hoodie.
Rock the cool socks, yeah. We got 7 minutes left to go here in the ball game. But I know you're a busy man, Chris. But what you got going on in the next few months?
I'm doing some. It's time to. It's summertime, man. Everybody says it's a time to relax. For me, it's a time to nice hammer. Get some things going, TV, radio wise. Doing a lot of production and trying to figure out new ways to do exactly what Baller TV is doing, is take over.
Yeah.
And a lot of innovative ways, tech-wise, to make basketball the coolest thing on the face of the planet. So, I'm all in on doing, again, a lot of just came from San Francisco, social media capital, not social media capital world, but the tech capital world for sure. So, whatever you want to do, I'm in. Let's go. I'm in with you. Let's do something. What do you got? Oh,
stuffed by the rim, but trying to pat his stance a little bit. But
that was a win without the mill.
Yeah. And then Eason was like, all right, I'm going to get it.
The win without the mill.
There you go. Literally an air ball. Not really.
Nice.
Muhammad.
Missouri in the house.
Great pass, Diabate. With the two-hand stuff.
Yeah, you see the subs are coming more frequently now. These guys are tired.
Yeah.
It's winding down.
A lot of games going on, of course, this weekend. This is the finale of it. It's, their fifth or sixth game of the weekend.
You mentioned before, though, kudos to Dino's. Great job of picking players. Of course, some kids were probably upset or parents upset they can't be here. Some people are upset that they were here and didn't make the top 60 or top 30 game. But all in all, quality run camp, and looking forward to the next one next year.
And of course, a lot more Pangos events coming up throughout the year. Of course, the freshman, sophomore camp, the senior showcases and whatnot. So you can definitely catch all those here on Baller TV. Again, great resource to have if you're a coach, if you're a parent, if you're a player. It's all here.
Yeah, they got the e-play stats. They got e-play where they're doing the plus and minus and the statting and everything, which is, next level as far as the scoreboard. I mean, so you got everything represented here. And you can see what they're doing. And that makes kids play a little bit harder, too, if they know the stats are, on point. Because you never know who's watching. That's the thing. I always tell kids, you never always play hard because you never know when someone's seeing you for the first time. So stop relying on what you did in the past and just act like every time you go out there, it's your first time someone's ever actually watching you play, and you'll play as hard as you can.
Definitely some great life advice. No matter what we do, of course, playing ball, is a lifestyle.
That's true.
But
kind of like you never get a second chance to make a first impression.
Exactly.
It's the same thing that applies here as well.
Everybody's always going to be watching. And I hope you guys are continuing to stay watching now. Ball at TV.
Oh, they're watching it. If they're not watching now, they can go back. It's archived. They can watch it later.
It's on demand.
We good.
Wherever. Yeah. 116.98. 3:30 left to go. Jaden Hardy pulls up for three. He splashed one home.
Terrence Clarke was like, hey. Jaden Hardy was like, what's up? I got this.
I got you.
Back at you.
Here's Harmon with it.
He's so smooth.
Pass. That's a great fake. That's Paolo Banchero.
Banchero's a monster, man. He's going to be a really good player. I'm sure Washington wants to keep him at home.
Three-pointer by Clark.
Terrence Clarke. That's why he was saying, hey, because he had that in his arsenal.
Hey, yo. 118-104.
That dude there, let me tell you something. That dude, we call him that dude there, is going to be an animal.
Popped it up. Sissoko. Lay it up and in. Great no-look pass.
Too open.
Gotta get
Too open. Too open. It was funny when you see guys ranked, highly ranked, and when you put them against other guys that are highly ranked, you can see the difference. So when you have a highly ranked guy playing against a bunch of kids who aren't very good, he stands out. But when you put a highly ranked kid who has a reputation with other highly ranked kids, there's a pecking order there too. I'm not going to say any names, but at the end of the day, I'm like, maybe this guy's not as good as he thinks he is, based on the other guys that are on the floor. And that's what's also good about these camps. Some guys' rep goes up, some guys get exposed.
No matter what the ranking is, you just gotta play.
You gotta play, man. One thing's for sure, that you're not gonna fool anybody. Kay Cunningham, big time player out of Dallas. You're not fooling anybody. They're not gonna make a mistake and put guys out there or get drafted at guys that can't play. Dunk that. Dunk show.
Hammer time. 122, 111. Final minute and a half.
This guy here.
Zion Harmon slicing Daishen.
It's like a little gnat, won't go away, just all over the place.
Yeah, but with the clock winding down, of course. Chris, you've been a player, you've been a coach, doing a lot of different things, an analyst as well. What is one word of advice you would give to a lot of these parents, to a lot of these players that are tuning in right now?
You know what? Be realistic and understand that life is all about expectation, but be realistic with your expectation. Obviously, some of these kids have kids that will have a chance to play at the next level, and I'm not telling you to measure what can happen, and I'm not a dream killer, but just be realistic. The one thing I would tell people is don't let basketball be the only way that you can be successful in life. Again, some of these guys are going to get that opportunity, but the good Lord plays favorites sometimes. And sometimes you think a guy's going to make it, doesn't make it. And sometimes you think a guy that's not going to make it, makes it. But you always got to have a fallback plan and respect the game, and it'll respect you back. So, that will be my long and short, and that will be the thing that bothers me the most sometimes when people think that basketball is going to cure all your ills in the world. And at the end of the day, it's just a game.
Definitely well put, ladies and gentlemen.
No question. Hey, man, there's a reason why they call it extracurricular. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's get the curriculum down. Let's get that curricular part done and realize this is extra, and not let it be the thing that controls you. Again, there's nothing wrong with, having a dream and having something you aspire to and watching LeBron, but there's only one LeBron.
Be your own player.
Be your own player. Don't let you make the game, don't let the game make you,
Yeah, I wish we could just end it there.
Yeah, I mean, it's important. You see people with so much talent, they want to let their bodies, determine when their body's going to leave you one day. Mm-hmm. You got brain power. You get a chance to go to some of the most amazing schools in the world. That other people have to pay to go to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Take advantage of that.
Yeah.
Nice dime.
Yeah.
Time out. Come on, guys.
Got Zion Harmon, 5'10", dunking that one.
See, I was going to get a hot dog. I had my head turned. I missed it.
Got 15 seconds, but, again, shout out to Dino Strigonis, again, for putting on such
awesome
a great event this weekend. Among many events, but this was, of course, always a big piece of cake. Right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
He always does a great job, and they got the Fab 48. They got the, you said freshman, sophomore camp, and everything they do is at a high level. And you can't get all the best players here. No camp does that.
Oh, yeah.
No camp does that. But the one thing that's good about Pangos, because on the sneaker circuits, everybody, wants their guys to stay on their different circuit, and these kids never get to play against each other. That's the one thing that this thing solves. It allows kids across different sneaker lines, Under Armour, Adidas, and Nike, to play against each other so you can see how they will match up.
So travel call.
A little strategy involved here, okay. Finally, a little coaching.
Really to the end.
Yeah, a little coaching at the All-Star game. Got to appreciate that.
Scottie Barnes saying, pick up on your man.
Christopher at the line, trying to put the icing on it.
11.4 left to go here in this one. 5-point game. Blue team up by 5. Christopher, shot is good.
Oh, you got to make him shoot the other one. I was going to say under a minute. Yeah, you got to make him shoot both.
It ain't that easy.
Yeah,
getting 2 points. Gotta earn them.
Look at that board over there. Westbrook, Zach LaVine, James Harden, Brandon Jennings, DeMar DeRozan, Moody. Everyone played this camp. That's why kids want to come to this camp. A lot of guys have played in it. Have played at the next level.
Next starts of the game right here.
No question.
In one building.
Playing to the end. Dunk show.
Pass right back. Banchero can't get to the fall, and that'll do it. 117-124. The blue team takes this one. But any final parting?
All I can say is, hey, kudos, as you said before, to Dinos with a great job. Shout out to Baller TV for hosting this event and put these guys on a bigger stage they could ever dream of. And it was great watching both these games.
Sounds good. And, of course, if you guys want to tune in for all the games from the weekend, be sure to check us out at ballertv.com, on the streams, on demand, whenever. So, yeah, it's a great weekend. Final wrap up, top 30 cream of the crop game. My name is Arthur Pooh, alongside Chris Walker. That'll be it from Cerritos College. Have a great night, everybody.